Did you know that the very thing you sip before bed, plain water, could be the reason you keep waking up at 2 a.m.? Tonight, I'm going to show you 7 bedtime drinks that do the exact opposite. Instead of pulling you out of sleep, they calm your nerves, balance your hormones, and help you stay asleep for 6 to 7 uninterrupted hours. Some are familiar, but others will surprise you, like one overlooked fruit juice that outperformed sleeping pills in a recent trial. By the end, you'll know exactly which drink to try tonight and how to prepare it. Stay with me until the very end, because I'll also share 3 bonus habits that can double the effect of these drinks, so you wake up energized instead of exhausted. I'm Dr. Eli Morgan. I've been practicing medicine for decades and have worked with thousands of older adults who struggle with sleep and energy. Over the years, I've focused on simple science-backed habits that anyone can follow at home. And today, I want to share some of the most effective solutions I've seen work again and again. You don't need to accept restless nights as just another part of aging. In this video, I'll reveal 7 natural bedtime drinks, ranked from the most common to the most powerful, that target the very reasons older adults wake up: overactive bladder, stress hormones, muscle cramps, and even brain chemistry. One of these drinks works so quickly that many people report deeper sleep within the first night, and the number 1 drink? It's something you'd never expect to be linked to deep restorative rest. Why these drinks work: scientific foundation. Let's clear something up right away. Trouble staying asleep after 60 isn't simply because you're older. It happens because your body's natural sleep controls begin to weaken. One of the biggest players is a hormone called vasopressin, sometimes called the anti-bathroom hormone. When it drops, your kidneys don't hold water through the night, so your bladder fills quickly, even if you only drank a glass or 2. That's why plain water, which seems harmless, can sabotage your sleep. But hormones aren't the only culprit. Stress chemistry plays a huge role. As we age, cortisol, the body's stress hormone, doesn't shut off as easily in the evening. Elevated cortisol keeps the brain's alertness switch stuck on, leaving you tired yet wired at midnight. Add to that a decline in melatonin production, and you have a perfect storm of 2 a.m. awakenings. Then there's the nervous system itself. Your brain relies on calming signals, particularly a messenger called GABA, to transition into deep sleep. Without enough of the right nutrients, magnesium, certain amino acids, and plant compounds, those signals fade. That's why many people feel like their mind just won't shut down, even when their eyes are heavy. Here's the good news. The right evening drinks can nudge every one of these systems back into balance. Some are rich in minerals that soothe the bladder and quiet restless legs. Others supply compounds that bind to calming receptors in the brain, acting almost like a natural dimmer switch. And a few influence hormones directly, lowering cortisol while promoting melatonin. In fact, a 2021 trial found that older adults who consumed a specific plant extract before bed cut nighttime awakenings by nearly half compared to those on a placebo. That's how powerful targeted nutrition can be. So instead of giving up on long, peaceful nights, you can give your body the raw materials it needs to sleep like it used to. With that foundation in mind, let's walk through the 7 drinks, starting with the most familiar and ending with the most transformative. Here's how we'll do this. I'll count down from number 7 to number 1. Each drink has its own unique benefit, whether it's calming your mind, steadying your bladder, or lowering stress hormones. The first few are simple and familiar, but as we get closer to number 1, you'll discover options that most people have never even considered. And I promise, the final drink might change your entire sleep routine. Drink number 7, tart cherry juice. Number 7 is tart cherry juice, a surprisingly powerful natural sleep aid that many overlook. Beyond its sweet and sour taste, tart cherries contain one of the richest natural sources of melatonin, the hormone that sets your body's internal clock. For older adults whose melatonin levels steadily decline, this can be the difference between tossing at 3 a.m. and sleeping through until morning. But it doesn't stop there. Tart cherries are also packed with anthocyanins, plant compounds that reduce inflammation in the brain and body. That matters because nighttime inflammation triggers restless legs, joint aches, and even subtle brain arousal that fragments deep sleep. One study from Louisiana State University found that adults with chronic insomnia who drank tart cherry juice twice daily slept an average of 84 minutes longer each night compared to a placebo group. That's not just falling asleep faster, that's staying asleep. Here's how to use it. Look for 100% pure tart cherry juice, not the sweetened blends. Pour about 120 milliliters, roughly half a cup, into warm water to take the edge off the acidity. Drink it about an hour before bed. Avoid adding sugar. It cancels out much of the benefit. If you're on blood-thinning medication, check with your doctor first since cherries naturally affect circulation. Try this for 3 nights in a row. Many people notice deeper sleep as soon as the first evening. Write down the time you wake up and how rested you feel in the morning. You may be surprised how quickly your body responds. While tart cherry juice works mainly through hormones and inflammation, the next drink approaches sleep from a completely different angle, relaxing the muscles and nerves that keep you from drifting off peacefully. Drink number 6, peppermint tea. Number 6 is peppermint tea, a simple herbal infusion that does more than freshen your breath. For many older adults, the real barrier to sleep isn't just the mind, it's the body. Digestive discomfort, bloating, or even mild reflux can wake you repeatedly during the night. Peppermint has long been used to relax the smooth muscles of the digestive tract, helping food move more easily and reducing nighttime stomach tension. But peppermint also acts directly on the nervous system. Its main compound, menthol, interacts with cold-sensitive receptors that calm overactive nerve signals. That's why many people feel their body unwind within minutes of sipping a warm cup. When the nervous system quiets down, your heart rate slows, muscles release tension, and sleep comes far more naturally. In a 2018 trial published in Phytotherapy Research, participants who consume peppermint tea regularly reported not only fewer digestive issues, but also significant improvements in overall sleep quality scores. Researchers attributed this partly to menthol's effect on the parasympathetic nervous system, the branch that governs rest and repair. Here's how to prepare it. Steep 1 tablespoon of dried peppermint leaves or a high-quality tea bag in hot water for 7 to 10 minutes. Cover the cup while steeping to keep the aromatic oils from evaporating. Drink it about 45 minutes before bedtime. If you tend to feel chilly at night, add a slice of fresh ginger to bring gentle warmth without caffeine. Try replacing your usual after-dinner drink with peppermint tea for 1 week. Pay attention not just to your sleep, but also to how your stomach feels through the night. Many people find they wake up less often simply because their body is calmer from the inside out. Peppermint calms the gut and nervous system, but the next drink goes deeper, addressing the very mineral deficiencies that silently disrupt sleep as we age. Drink number 5, magnesium-rich cacao. Drink number 5 is a warm cacao drink, and no, I don't mean sugary hot chocolate. Pure cacao powder, when mixed properly, can be one of the richest natural sources of magnesium, a mineral that plays a direct role in sleep regulation. Magnesium relaxes the muscles, steadies the heartbeat, and most importantly, activates GABA, the calming neurotransmitter your brain depends on to switch off racing thoughts. Here's the problem. Surveys show that nearly 70% of adults over 60 don't get enough magnesium from their diet. Low magnesium levels are directly linked to restless legs, nighttime cramps, and shallow sleep cycles. That's why many people describe magnesium as the body's relaxation mineral. Cacao also contains theobromine, which in small amounts promotes blood flow and helps the brain release serotonin. Serotonin is the chemical building block of melatonin, your natural sleep hormone. Together, magnesium and serotonin support a smoother transition into deep sleep without the sudden awakenings. In a 2020 observational study from Italy, older adults who consumed magnesium-rich foods before bedtime reported significantly fewer nighttime awakenings and longer stretches of restorative sleep. Unlike supplements, which can be harsh on the stomach, a warm cacao drink provides these nutrients in a gentle, easily absorbed form. Here's how to make it. Mix 1 teaspoon of pure unsweetened cacao powder into 150 milliliters of warm milk, or a plant-based alternative like oat milk. Add just a pinch of cinnamon if you prefer extra flavor. Avoid adding sugar, which can spike blood glucose and undo the calming effect. Sip slowly about an hour before bed. Try this routine for a week. Many people find that their muscles feel less jumpy at night and they drift off with fewer interruptions. If you've struggled with restless legs or cramps, this drink could be the quiet solution you've been missing. Cacao restores the minerals your body craves. But the next drink doesn't just relax your muscles, it directly calms the brain's sleep switch. Drink number 4, valerian root tea. Number 4 is valerian root tea, a time-tested herbal remedy that directly targets the brain's sleep switch. While many herbs calm digestion or muscles, valerian acts on the central nervous system itself. It's been used in Europe for centuries as a natural sedative, and modern science is finally explaining why. Valerian contains compounds that increase the release of GABA, the same calming neurotransmitter activated by prescription sleep medications. The difference is that valerian does this gently, without altering brain chemistry, in a way that causes dependency. Many older adults who feel their mind won't shut off at night notice that valerian helps them cross that gap from tired to truly asleep. A 2019 randomized clinical trial involving postmenopausal women found that those who drank valerian tea experienced significant improvements in sleep latency, the time it takes to fall asleep, as well as fewer awakenings in the second half of the night. Unlike over-the-counter pills, the improvements continued even after several weeks of use, suggesting a cumulative benefit. Here's how to use it. Steep 1 teaspoon of dried valerian root in hot water for 10 minutes, keeping the cup covered to retain the volatile oils. The flavor can be earthy and strong, so you might add a few mint leaves or a slice of lemon to balance the taste. Drink it about 30 to 45 minutes before bedtime. A quick note: valerian can interact with sedative medications, so check with your physician. If you're taking prescription sleep aids or anti-anxiety drugs, start with small amounts to see how your body responds. Try valerian for 5 consecutive nights. Many people report their dreams become more vivid, a sign of deeper REM sleep, and that they stay asleep for longer stretches without the 3 a.m. interruptions. Valerian calms the restless mind. But the next drink works on an entirely different system. It restores the electrolytes that keep your body from waking up with cramps and bladder signals. Drink number 3, warm coconut water with sea salt. Number 3 is warm coconut water with just a pinch of sea salt. At first glance, coconut water seems like a summer refresher, but for older adults struggling with nighttime awakenings, it can be a secret weapon. Why? Because one of the most overlooked reasons for poor sleep after 60 is electrolyte imbalance. As we age, the body loses minerals more quickly through urine. Low potassium and magnesium levels make muscles twitch, trigger leg cramps, and even signal the bladder to contract when it shouldn't. Coconut water naturally contains potassium, magnesium, and small amounts of sodium, all essential for calming nerve activity and keeping muscles relaxed through the night. But here's the twist. Drinking it cold straight from the fridge can actually shock the digestive system, making it harder to sleep. Warming coconut water gently and adding just a pinch of mineral-rich sea salt turns it into a restorative tonic that replenishes electrolytes without overloading the stomach. In 2017, a clinical review on electrolyte balance and sleep found that low potassium levels were strongly linked to fragmented sleep cycles and reduced time in slow wave sleep, the most restorative stage. Restoring electrolytes through diet was shown to improve both duration and depth of sleep. Here's how to make it. Dilute 100 milliliters of pure coconut water with 100 milliliters of warm filtered water. Add a tiny pinch of sea salt, stir, and sip slowly about an hour before bed. Avoid flavored or packaged coconut waters with added sugar. Stick to pure unsweetened varieties. Try this for 3 nights. If you've been waking up with calf cramps or rushing to the bathroom multiple times, you may notice both issues ease within days. Many people also report that they wake up less thirsty in the middle of the night. Coconut water restores the body's mineral balance. But the next drink goes even further, quieting the stress response itself. So your mind finally lets go when your head hits the pillow. Drink number 2. Golden turmeric milk with black pepper. Number 2 is golden turmeric milk, enhanced with a pinch of black pepper. This traditional remedy has gained popularity in recent years, and for good reason. It targets one of the most stubborn barriers to sleep: high nighttime cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone that should drop when the sun goes down, but in many older adults, it stays elevated, leaving the body on alert even at midnight. Turmeric contains curcumin, a compound with strong anti-inflammatory and cortisol-lowering properties. By reducing stress chemistry in the brain, curcumin allows the body's natural sleep signals to come through. On its own, though, curcumin isn't well absorbed. That's where black pepper comes in. It contains piperine, which boosts curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%, making this simple combination far more powerful than turmeric alone. Golden milk also brings comfort on a sensory level. The warmth relaxes the digestive system, while the creamy texture provides amino acids like tryptophan that your brain uses to make melatonin. The result: less anxiety at bedtime, fewer stress-driven awakenings, and smoother transitions into deep sleep. A 2019 study published in Nutrients found that adults supplementing with curcumin reported significantly lower evening cortisol levels and improved sleep efficiency after just 4 weeks. The effect was most pronounced in individuals over 55, suggesting age may actually make you more responsive to this spice. Here's how to prepare it. Heat 150 milliliters of milk or oat milk until warm but not boiling. Stir in half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and a pinch of black pepper. If you prefer a sweeter taste, add a few drops of raw honey once it has cooled slightly, not sugar. Drink it about 45 to 60 minutes before bed. Try golden milk nightly for a week. Many people notice that racing thoughts fade and their sleep feels less fragile. If stress has been the invisible hand waking you at 2 a.m., this simple golden drink may finally help you let go. Golden milk quiets the stress response, but the final drink in our countdown, the number 1 choice, provides the most complete solution, targeting both the brain and the body for truly restorative sleep. Drink number 1, collagen-rich bone broth with glycine. Finally, number 1, the drink that ties everything together: warm bone broth rich in glycine. This is not just comfort food. Bone broth provides one of the densest natural sources of glycine, an amino acid that plays a central role in sleep regulation and nighttime repair. Here's why it matters. Glycine lowers core body temperature slightly, which is a signal your brain needs to stay in deep sleep. It also enhances blood flow to the brain, helping deliver oxygen and nutrients during the restorative phases of the night. And unlike many sleep aids, glycine doesn't sedate you. It helps the body reach its natural rhythm, so you wake up clear instead of groggy. Bone broth also contains collagen peptides, which support joint health, skin elasticity, and gut lining integrity. For older adults, this means fewer aches and pains waking you, stronger digestion, and better overnight tissue repair. Think of it as a sleep drink and a longevity tonic in one. Research backs this up. A 2015 clinical study found that participants who consumed 3 grams of glycine before bed not only fell asleep faster, but also reported improved next-day performance, including memory and attention. In other words, glycine helps you sleep deeper and function better when you're awake. Here's how to use it. Dissolve 1 teaspoon of gelatin powder, or drink 120 milliliters of homemade or high-quality low-sodium bone broth about 40 minutes before bedtime. Warm it gently. Avoid heavily salted or flavored versions that could increase nighttime thirst. If you prefer a lighter option, you can mix glycine powder into warm herbal tea. Try this for a week. Many people are amazed by how much longer they sleep without interruption and how refreshed they feel in the morning. This is often the missing piece for those who've tried everything else without success. Bone broth doesn't just help you sleep, it helps your body rebuild itself while you rest. Now that you've seen all 7 drinks, let's go over a few simple rules to make sure you get the best results without unwanted bathroom trips. Practical rules and sleep protocol. Now that you've seen the 7 drinks, let's talk about how to use them correctly. If you just start pouring glasses right before bed, you'll end up running to the bathroom instead of resting. That's why I've created 4 simple rules, easy to remember with the acronym SLEEP, small servings. Keep each drink between 100 and 150 milliliters. That's less than a teacup. The goal is to deliver nutrients, not fill your bladder. L, learn your timing. Drink it about 45 to 60 minutes before bed. That gives your body time to absorb the compounds and release any excess fluid before you lie down. E, eliminate sugar. Sweeteners and syrup spike blood sugar, which can wake you a few hours later as insulin crashes. Use spices like cinnamon, ginger, or a drop of raw honey instead. E, establish a bathroom routine. About 20 minutes before bed, make one final trip to the bathroom, whether you feel the urge or not. Training your bladder is just as important as calming your brain. P, pick one at a time. Don't try all 7 in the same week. Choose one drink, use it consistently for at least 5 to 7 nights, and notice how your sleep changes. Then test another. This way, you'll discover which one is your personal match without confusion. A few extra tips. Sip slowly instead of gulping, so the body processes the liquid evenly. Keep a small notebook by your bed to jot down how long you slept, how many times you woke up, and how you felt in the morning. Patterns become obvious within days, and that feedback keeps you motivated. The beauty of these drinks is that they're gentle, natural, and adjustable. Some people find tart cherry juice transforms their nights, while others swear by golden milk or bone broth. By following the SLEEP rules, you avoid the bathroom pitfalls and give each drink a fair chance to work. Now, let's wrap up with a quick summary, and I'll give you one final challenge that could change how you sleep for the rest of your life. Conclusion. You don't have to accept broken sleep as a normal part of aging. Waking up 3, 4, even 5 times a night is not a sign of weakness. It's a signal that your body is missing the right tools to stay in balance. Tonight, you now have 7 natural options plus a simple protocol to help you reclaim the deep, unbroken rest you thought was gone forever. Here's my challenge to you. Pick one drink from the list and start tonight. Maybe it's tart cherry juice, maybe golden milk, maybe bone broth. Stick with it for a week and pay attention to the changes. Then come back here and share in the comments which drink you chose and how it worked for you. Your story may inspire someone else who feels hopeless about sleep. And if this video gave you something valuable, don't stop here. Hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you don't miss next week's episode, where I'll expose 3 common evening habits that secretly destroy sleep quality for seniors. I'll be here every week, guiding you through practical science-based ways to sleep better, feel stronger, and live longer. Remember, better nights lead to better days. Let's start that journey together.